What's good, guys? Hello, FM here. In this short tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to sharpen an image for a flyer design on Affinity 2026. Let's get started. So I have my Affinity open and I'm on the home screen. So I'll just select my preset. That's Instagram post size for the canvas, 1080 by 1080 pixel. I'll just click it open so you can see some flyers that I have done already. So I'll just open my Affinity by Canva. So the first thing to make sure that you are on the pixel mode on the studio menu, because we're actually editing an image, so all the tools provided in the studio will be perfect for an image. So I have my preset open. I'll just import my image. I'll go to my files. I already have the image I want to sharpen here. I got this from Pinterest, and I also have an image of a lens flare I downloaded, so I'll just import both of them into my canvas just like this, and then I will take it out. So if you are new to Affinity and you just import something to your canvas and you can't see it outside the canvas, you just right click outside and then you uncheck this clip to canvas. Once you do that, your image will be showing, and then this is the image we want to sharpen. I'll drag that to my canvas. I will increase the size and I'll make a duplicate so that we can check the before and after to see the changes. So I'll just hold down my control and I will drag the image just like that. So this is our image. I'll make sure it's aligned at the middle, like working that way. Alright, let me scale it up a bit. So there are a lot of things to do to sharpen this image, and I'm going to go through them step by step. So just make sure that you are still on the Pixel Studio menu. So you click on your image, then you come over to this layer panel here. You see this icon that says filter. You click on it. The first thing we are going to do is to sharpen the image. Then you look for the menu that says on sharpen marks. Here it is. Then you click on it. One good thing about the Affinity is that when any changes you make before you decide whether you want to keep it, you can see the live preview. So I'm going to increase it so that I can see the live preview, and then first I'm going to do is to increase the radius. The thing about sharpening image is that one setting cannot be applied to all depending on the image, so you have to be looking at the image to see if it fits what you want it to look like. So as I'm increasing the radius, as I'm bumping it up, I'm looking at my image to see if I'm satisfied with what I am getting. So you increase it and adjust to your taste. I also come to the factor. I can increase, or you see, when I increase too much, I don't like how it turns out, so I'll still leave that reduced a bit. And then the threshold, I'll just leave this down, not too much. And then I like always leaving my blend mode on lighten. Yeah, you have a kind of feel it gives to my image. So for this, we are done. We'll just click on cancel, that is X. The next thing I want to do is to add a noise to this image to give it that creeps effect. While the image is still clicked, I will go to this my filter menu again, and then I will look for where it says add noise. Just have to scroll down. Here it is. I click on it again. I'll get the preset menu, and then I will increase the intensity. First, I like it to be uniform so that everything will be creeps together. So under the Gaussian, I'll change the Gaussian to uniform, and then I'll be increasing my intensity, and I'm watching the preview to see if I'm satisfied or if it's too much. So I think mine is okay at 14%. Yeah, 13%. I think that's okay. The opacity, I'll leave it at 100, and again the blend mode, I'll put it back to lighten, and then I can close it. So the next thing I want to do, I want to add a lightning ambient for this image. So I'll click on the image and I'll go to filters again, and then I'll look for the menu that says lightning. I'll click on the lightning. Again, the menu comes up. You can see the image is a little bit dark. Don't worry, all we need to do is to increase the ambient. Yeah, I think that's a little bit much, and you can adjust these handles to select your direction of light. Since I want to be adding a lens flare here, I want my light direction to be coming from here, and I want it to like capture the face. So I'll just edit it a bit like this and take it up. So you can play with other menu. Like for me, the shyness is too much. I reduce it a bit. I don't want something too shouty. So that's it, guys. Just play with the options and be looking at your preview. if you do any mistake or you want to go back to the way it was, you can come to this reset button, or you want to delete any filter you did, you can come to this delete. But just play with all of these handles and be watching your preview, because your eyes are the best judge. So if the image looks good to you, then it's okay, you can leave the setting. And that is it, guys. I have adjusted it to my taste. Yeah, the next thing I want to do is to add the lens flare towards this side of the face. So I'll click my lens flare and I will drag. For this now, I will take the lens flare to the top of the image, just like this, and then I'll change the blend mode to screen. So you can see, but we are still getting the black background. So all we need to do is to import a white square. So we go back to our vector mode under our studio and we'll draw a square, white color of a square. And then we take it to the back. So now our lens flare is showing. So I'll adjust it just a little bit, slightly towards the face, not too much, just a subtle glow to the image. And you can see it, guys. We have sharpened this image and it will look very perfect on any flyer design. This is the before. This is the original image we have, and this is what we later end up with. So you can see the difference. So that's it, guys. That's how to edit, sharpen and brighten an image on Affinity that you can use in all of your flyer design, just like the one I did for this flyer here. Just like the one I did for this flyer here. So if you like this video, kindly leave a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe. And if you have any question, leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next piece.